So I'm already awkward. I'm trying to find myself. You know what I mean? I'm trying to discover who I am as a young man. I'm trying to be liked. You know, I want people to like me.
Cheetos and Takis. Cheetos and Takis instead of sloppy toppy. Cheetos and Takis. Cheetos and Takis instead of sloppy toppy. Cheetos and Takis. Cheetos and Takis.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another fucking mukbang. Today, man, you know what? I'm getting some redemption. Yesterday, I had a low-carb breakfast from Burger King, right? And you guys probably saw the video. If you don't, it'll be somewhere, probably not on the screen, but in the description below if you want to watch it. But it was a low-carb Burger King breakfast, and it satisfied me. And as soon as the camera cut off, I went to Jack in the Box and I got some like popcorn, chicken, and fries. So you know what I mean? Like, I can't do low carb. It ain't for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going back to Burger King. I'm getting some redemption. And guess what I got? I got a large onion ring. There goes one. If you don't know, Burger King has some of the best onion rings, I think. They have like a, I don't know. Let me show you the one that fell on the ground. Check that out. Look at that breading. I mean, that breading. Oh, sorry about the little knuckle. You know what I mean? Anyway. So we got some onion rings, and then we got some sandwiches. I got two. I got the chicken sandwich. I know that doesn't look the prettiest right now. You're gonna have to give me a minute. I just talked to the homie Roadie Foodie, and he told me whatever to get for the car. It's like a food plate thing, but I don't know how. I'm just gonna have to adjust everything in here. And then I got a Whopper with cheese on deck, all right? So today we're gonna talk about something very interesting. I don't know how many people this is gonna reach or how many people are gonna appreciate this video. Adult-wise, I may have to cut back on the cursing a little bit, because I don't know how many younger people are going to come watch this, but I'm going to talk about being bullied. I'm going to talk about being bullied and how you should handle it, how I think you should handle it, why people bully you, why, if you're a bully, you don't know why you bully other people. I'm going to talk about if I got bullied and if I did, how I handled it. We're just going to get into all that. So this is going to be something you're going to want to listen to, regardless if you're in that or environment or not, if you're getting bullied, if you're a bully, or if you have kids, because your kids are going to probably experience that. And it's a sad truth, but it just is what it is. Also, I got energy drink on deck. I've already been drinking that beforehand. I asked them for an ice water. They gave me this little baby one, but it's cool. All right, so let's go ahead and get intimately involved with this. I'm going to start off with the chicken sandwich here. Like I said, it's not the prettiest. It looks way better on TV, but I'm gonna take it up a notch. I got some flamin' hot Fritos on deck, so I'm gonna take it up a notch. I need to do like the homegirl, Xtina Grubbs. I need to do like you and have the tapatio in the car, but I don't. And it's crazy because that used to be one of my main sayings, was I got the tapatio on deck. I haven't had the tapatio on deck in a while. So I need to get that going again. Putting it in the car, having one in the car would be a huge, huge thing. So if anyone wants to try this, go ahead and feel free. I'm not necessarily challenging anybody, but add chips to your food. Like, get a little crunch going, you know what I mean? I got a white shirt on. It's probably not the wisest, but Burger King's chicken sandwich, the original, it's so good. Wow, they're really good. Put that down for a second. And that's why I want that food tray too, so that when I'm I'm not eating the sandwich, like I'm currently not doing, you can still look at it, because some of you come here strictly for the food, and I get it. All right, sorry, I'm just adjusting the camera real quick. It feels a little uneven, but I think that'll do. So, bullying. Growing up, I think every kid gets bullied or at least picked on, or even if you're somebody who eventually fights back and is badass and everybody's like, hey, don't mess with him. Someone had to have tested you, you know what I mean? Someone had to have been like, let me test this fool and see what he's about. You know, there's always someone out there who thinks you're weak. So, this is onion ring sauce that Burger King has. So, by the way, well, anyway, my mom used to tell me growing up, if a kid's making fun of you, it's because he has problems at home. That's what my mom used to say. Like, there's something else going on at home for them to, you know, talk to you like that or make fun of you like that. And now, I mean, I guess I can agree with that. If you're going to tear someone down, it's because, you know, there's some insecurities about yourself that you need to address. I know a kid doesn't think that deep into it. Sometimes kids are just assholes, you know what I mean? This is what it is. So, for me, I did get bullied. I got bullied a lot, actually. Especially in 7th and 8th grade. So, I grew up in a certain area of Stockton. I went to the same elementary school for 6 years, and I was in the same district. 7th grade came, and maybe like a month or two in, my parents decided that they were going to move from our apartment and finally buy a house. So they did. And that caused us to move into a new neighborhood or new district. And in that new district, I mean, I had to go to a different school, you know? And it didn't seem like maybe a big deal because I had just left my elementary and went to that middle school, so it was already a new place for me too. But we ended up moving, going to a new neighborhood where I didn't know anybody. You know, I didn't have any friends there. Got the Whopper on deck. Gonna go ahead and spice this Whopper up real quick, like so. Like I said, anybody who wants to do this and say, hey, Trejo's World, I see you, I'm gonna get in on that. Flamin' hot Fritos, they're bomb. Throw them on your food. I actually personally like them with pizza. As weird as that sounds, when I go to 7-Eleven and I get their cheap ass pizza, I get these chips and I eat them with them. I don't know, it's just something. Right now they have a deal at Burger King. You buy a Whopper, you get chicken sandwich for $1 or chicken fries for $1. Or I think you can mix and match how you want. But the Whopper's like $5.49. I think without cheese. Which is crazy because when I was in high school, granted that was like 20-something years ago, it was only $1. Good times. So, back to the subject matter. We moved to a new house. And that meant I had to go to a new school. So I go to this school. It's called Webster. If you're from Stockton, you know what I'm talking about. Webster Middle School. It doesn't exist anymore. I mean, it turned into, I think, like a K through 8 or something. So, so we go to this new school. I had to be bused to school. Because my school is so far. It's weird the way it works. The district I was in, the schools were closer. It's almost like to get to my new school, I had to pass by my old school. So it's like, why the fuck am I going all the way the fuck over here? Just the way that they have the layouts of the city and shit, you know? So I go to this new school. I gotta ride the bus. You know, I'm 7th and 8th grade, so I'm already awkward. I'm trying to find myself. You know what I mean? I'm trying to discover who I am as a young man. I'm trying to be liked. You know, I want people to like me because this is a new neighborhood. But, you know, like I said, I was awkward. I wasn't gangbanging. But I used to dress like a, you know, like a Mexican thug or whatever, you know what I mean? I wear like a Ben Davis shirt, Ben Davis slacks, or, you know, Dickies and stuff like that. Hair slicked back. So I think maybe people took that as me thinking I was tough or something. So I go to school, and one thing I noticed off bat was there was a lot of Asian kids. I had Asian kids at my elementary too, but I mean, like, there was way more at this school. And we used to click up and kick it with each other. And when I say Asians, I mean like all of them, like the Cambodians, Vietnamese. I don't think they separated based on where they're from. They all kind of just hung together. So, anyways, there's a lot of them. There's all races, you know, black, white, Mexican too. Indian, whatever, Middle Eastern, which is also Asia, but you know what I mean. Excuse me. I believe it's Asia. I know India is Asia. I'm not sure about other Middle Eastern places. That's how much I know about geography. I better shut up on that. So anyways, I get to this new school. I'm riding the bus to and from, and it's horrible, bro. Like, nobody likes me. Everybody wants to pick on me. Even smaller dudes, you know, like, they got something to prove or trying to pick on me, trying to start fights so that they can earn stripes or look tough or whatever. Because I was a quiet dude, you know what I mean? Like, I was quiet. I was a big guy, but at the same time, I wasn't hella aggressive or anything. And people took advantage of that, the fact that I was new and awkward and, you know, was trying to find myself. So, man, I would get picked on all the time. I'd get on the bus. People would, like, scoot over, you know, try to not let me sit down, or, oh, I'm saving this seat, to where I had nowhere to sit. Sometimes I had to sit like on a seat where there's already 2 or 3 people. I would just sit on the edge because that seat, they wouldn't care. You know what I mean? It got bad, you know what I mean? I got to a point where I would get picked on so much that I started picking on other kids. So it trickled down, you know what I mean? Like, when I was at school, I would bring, like, I don't want to say toys, but, you know, to school with me. If you guys remember what Pogs are, let me know below. They were, back then, they were popular as hell. Pogs and Slammers and stuff like that. I had a set, like a $30 set and a tube where I kept them all in. And I would bring them to school to play. And I just was too trusting back then, you know. I remember leaving them there, turning my back for like a second, turning back, and they were gone. You know, kids would, like, walk up, unzip your backpack and take your shit out of your backpack without you even knowing why you had your backpack on. So it definitely was a street smart lesson. You know, it kind of taught me some things. I ended up getting into, like, some gambling troubles with a few other kids who, you know, like, threatened to jump me if I didn't pay them. Went through all kinds of shit in middle school. I did get into one altercation where I punched this kid for, you know, laughing at me, or so I thought he was. It was crazy. I got picked on a lot. And when I got to ninth grade, it kind of trickled over and kids were picking on me. But I met a friend in ninth grade who kind of opened my eyes to the whole, shit talking thing. Meaning he was like, hey, don't let people talk shit about you. Talk shit back. Shout out to the homie Loretto for that, but he was like, talk shit back. Find something about them you can talk shit about. And so I did. I started going in on other dudes who would talk shit about me. I learned how to, I got my shit talking game on point. If you hear me talk today, the reason I talk the way I talk is because I learned a lot. You know, I had to get picked on. I had to go through some shit to really realize that, hey, not everything is that serious. Meaning, there's going to be people who want to fight you. Now, my advice is, it's probably best. I'm sorry if you guys are too sensitive to hear this, or if you got parents or kids, whatever. If you parents are too sensitive to hear this, I don't think this is bad advice for kids, but I truly believe that if someone's fucking with you and they're picking on you and they want to fight you, instead of taking what other people will call the higher route and not fight, I'd say fight that motherfucker. It's more honorable to fight somebody, hopefully whoop their ass, than it is to back down. And that's because I backed down a lot of times. There's a few times I stood up for myself, was ready to fight, or got into like a quick altercation. And in those times, there was nothing but respect. You know what I mean? There's nothing but respect between us, no matter how it turned out. Now, I know saying that is dangerous, because anything could happen in a fight. But I just think for pride and for your own self-confidence, sometimes it's better just to stand up for yourself. And if you got to throw down, you got to throw down. Now, if it's not that serious, then hey, take the higher route and don't fight. But ultimately, ain't nothing wrong with a little scrap here or there. So 7th and 8th grade, I got picked on. I got bullied a lot. Got called fat, whatever. Got made fun of for that. So, like I said, 9th grade, the game changed. I knew how to run my mouth back. I was a little bit more confident. Not much more confident, but definitely a little bit. And because of that, other kids started respecting me a little bit more too, because they're like, hey, he knows how to, talk shit back. And then it just became, instead of being so sensitive because someone called me fat or talk some shit, it just became roasting, you know what I mean? That's how I learned to roast back, roast it. So, I think bullying happens for a few different reasons. I think there's innocent bullying, which means you guys just have cultural differences and you think it's bullying, but they really just are talking shit, or they want to get a rise out of you because they think it's funny. It's all about your reaction too. If every time you react in a way that like you're hella mad but you ain't doing nothing about it, it's just gonna make them laugh, you know what I mean? But if you react, you know what I mean, where you clown back or something, I mean, it's just sometimes it's a cultural difference. Like I said, there's some people who are so sensitive, including myself. I've had those times where I was just too sensitive and I just took it to heart. when really I probably wasn't even being bullied. It turned into bullying because I wasn't saying nothing back. But if I was saying something back, then it would just have been a roast session, you know what I mean? So, and then sometimes I think people really are trying to put you down because they don't feel good about themselves, or they got shit going on at home, or, you know, they want to feel better about their situation. So they're like, man, I'm going through all this shit at home, but hey, this guy's fat. So, you know what I mean? So I don't know. And then there's just truly people out there who really are trying to fight, who really do want to just fight and look tough or earn stripes and stuff like that. So we all get bullied. I think we all have got bullied. Even if you were the bully, we've all been bullied. We've all bullied, meaning, you know, talk some shit about somebody that was innocent, or try to make someone that was a little bit different feel bad. And what I will say is, I don't know if I come off as somebody who's super confident, but, you know, I grew up, let me say this. When I was in elementary, I would say I was a little bit popular, meaning a lot of kids knew me. I was a class clown, you know what I mean? But as soon as middle school came, I wasn't shit. I was not popular. I didn't become popular again, and I wouldn't even say it was popular, meaning a few people knew me, and until like 11th or 12th grade in high school. And even then, you know what I mean, I wasn't definitely not on the same level as actual popular kids, you know what I mean? I just knew a lot of people by then. People knew me. And I think it was more by affiliation because one of my friends was extremely popular. So I am confident, but there also is a lack of confidence in me because I doubt myself at times. And if you've made it this far in the video, comment below and just say something about what I'm talking about. Like, have you doubted yourself? Do you doubt yourself? Do you not doubt yourself anymore? Because YouTube, we'll talk about YouTube for a second. YouTube is tough. I feel like it almost seems that the people who make it on YouTube the easiest are people who made it the easiest in life, people who made it the easiest through school. Like, if you're good looking off bat, you know what I mean, you're gonna get a lot of subscribers. If you were popular in high school or college, that's probably gonna translate on the camera and you're gonna get a lot of followers. Then there's people like me. I feel like we gotta work a little bit harder because I'm not the I don't know, how do they say it? Like, not the easiest on the eyes or whatever, but because of my humor, a lot of people can get with it, you know what I mean? But then again, I'm extremely explicit, so a lot of people are turned off by that, but that's just who I am. That's just how I am. So, yeah, bullying happens to the best of us. And I'm not looking forward to the day that my daughters get bullied. But my 10-year-old already has told me times people made fun of her. And it hurts, you know, brace your heart. Especially when you see the innocent side of your kid. And it's like, you know, why would you want to hurt this little girl like that, you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've even had some grown-ass troll comments on my videos against my daughter. And there's bullying over the internet, you know? If anything, it's easier for people to bully on the internet because they can't they don't have the option of getting fucked up if I respond. So bullying's all around us. It's gonna happen. So if that's the case, do we focus on eliminating bullying or do we focus on managing bullying? I would say managing. Eliminate as much as possible, but ultimately it's managing because it's gonna be there, right? So learn to not be as sensitive. Fire back if you want to roast back. Fight back if you want to fight back. And just accept it as part of the process, you know. I think there's been times in my life where I had a person talk shit to me, clown. I talk shit back and we end up becoming friends, you know what I mean? So it be like that sometimes. I hope you guys appreciated the video. If you did, comment below and say it be like that sometimes. And you know, every once in a while I got to talk about something serious. I love joking around, love doing comedy and having a sense of humor, but every once in a while got to touch on something serious, talk about something serious, because, you know, life is serious. And I don't want to be serious all the time because life is serious enough. You know, sometimes we need to go to a fantasy world. Sometimes we need to go to a different place to handle the seriousness of this world. But then sometimes we need some practical tips, or we need to hear somebody who we look up to that's been through it. You know what I mean? If anybody looks up to me out there, I've been bullied. I've been picked on, you know what I mean? I've also cowered it out. I've also, you know, had someone approach me, want to fight, and I was just too scared to fight. You know, not that I thought that, I just think too much into things. I'm definitely one of those people who thinks too much into things. I've probably fought more as an adult than I did as a kid. Maybe just because you know, as an adult, you become confident. You're able to handle yourself better. So, you know, I'm not encouraging fighting. I'm not encouraging bullying, but I say manage it. And if you ever need any help, just hit me up.